Hello there. This is Ron Wills, and I'm back again with yet another video. Oh man, you know what? This might slip into a rant, so I'm just going to warn y'all now. Today I want to talk about that whole educated lame thing. The other day I was watching a good friend of mine's video. It was called Street Dudes versus Educated Lames. And I provided a link for you in the description box. And, just that concept of an educated man being considered a lame. And it's particular to the African American community. And it's a crazy concept, right? And this is why it's crazy for me, right? African American women constantly complain about black men who are broke, who are uneducated, don't have anything going for them. The whole 9 yards will go on national TV. In fact, I think we actually due for a national TV show or a national special on American black women not being able to find a good man. We're due for it, and it's usually the educated sister saying this, right? And let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. There are plenty of broke brothers out there. There are plenty of lazy ass brothers out there. There are, they right. There are some, but there are plenty college educated brothers out there. That whole, they don't say it as much now, but they used to say it a lot when I was younger, that there were more black men in jail than in college, which it's been debunked. It's been debunked. That's probably why they don't say it. But I think there's that still feeling like there ain't enough educated brothers around. There's actually plenty, if you really think about it. So, there's plenty of educated brothers. There's plenty of hard-working black men, like gainfully employed, like moving up in companies and, everything from professionals to just blue-collar guys. Now, here's the thing. And this is especially with the college dudes. Women will, on one hand, black women on one hand will say these men don't exist. But then when they encounter the men who actually have a college degree, who actually might have, a well-paying job, they get called lame. And this ain't something off the top of my head. This ain't something I'm seeing. I've had black men, educated black men, tell me this since the 80s. They get called lame. They get called corny. It's that whole nice guy thing. I've done whole seminars where I had a bunch of brothers in there getting called lame. Now, let's look at that whole lame thing. Why are they called lame? Ironically, they not really called lame. Well, part of why they called lame is partly their personalities. Not that they're, just some boring dudes. A lot of them, they cool, they do their thing. I've talked about this in previous videos. But the main reason is they not thugs. They not bad boys. They not the life of the party. They just regular guys. Regular personalities. But they get called lame or they get called corny. I mean, I've seen women called men with graduate degrees, professional degrees, CPAs, attorneys, black women now. And these are educated black women themselves call such a man corny. And the reason, maybe it's a little their personality, but the biggest single reason they get called corny is because these guys don't have that image. They don't have a certain image. They don't have an image of that cool brother. They don't have that swag, which I don't know. There's different definitions of it, but it's generally like a style, charisma, whatever. They don't have that. They don't have that. That don't mean they bad people. They just don't have that swag. That don't mean they not a good man for some woman, but they don't have that swag. I mean, I've actually had professional women, more than a few, say, they complain they can't find a man, but they'll say there's some man trying to get at them, and they'll say, well, yeah, he's handsome, yeah, he's educated, but he don't have that swag. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And but they're complaining and stuff, and I'm looking at the women like, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you are alright, but I don't think you're in a position to be rejecting somebody for lack of swag. It ain't like the women rejecting them, got like this boom sex appeal or boom charisma or whatever. And when you really look at that swag, that charisma, it's really not even about sexual charisma, but what it is, it's about the image. What many African American women are looking for is a certain image in a man. Like, for example, like an image now is a dude having, he gotta have that right haircut. He gotta have maybe a little bit of soul, have like maybe a small earring in his ear and some tattoos. And I've actually I've actually had men and women say this to me. That's the thing. I've had women say to me, like, yeah, they rejected some guy, he didn't have any tattoos. And men say they've been rejected because they didn't have tattoos. And let me hold up. See, oh man, there is so much I can say about this. I'm gonna try to keep it steady, y'all. Seriously, because to me, it's stupid, especially as someone who's coached both men and women in dating and relationships. The thing about those tattoos, what does that tattoo mean? What does an earring mean? It don't mean shit nowadays. Seriously. A lot of women are calling some man lame because he don't fit a certain image. They going for his style, or reject him because of his style over whatever substance he brings. It's like that tattoo thing. It's kind of funny that a lot of women will think that guy with the tattoo is some badass, or that guy with the tattoo might be, sexier to them, or they think this dude might be able to tear it up in the bedroom or something. That's really what it is. It's like they think this dude, he got that, that sexy bad guy swag or whatever you want to call it, right? First of all, a tattoo is just that, a tattoo. Tattoos today are so ubiquitous. You can find like suburban soccer moms got tattoos. I've met white American upper class, like close to the 1% men who had tattoos, multiple tattoos. What the fuck does that mean? The tattoo does not speak, or earring, or even a certain haircut does not speak to a man's character. And even the women who are like looking for that quote unquote bad boy or thug, which I've gone on record as saying that whole thing is overblown, but it happens enough. It might not be all black women going for thugs, but it's enough. A woman will say, "Oh, he got a tattoo. Yeah, he bad." I was like, "No, he's stupid as shit." He ain't. First of all, he ain't a real thug. He's stupid. He's stupid as fuck. I'm gonna tell you why. Most of these dudes who get tattoos, they just do it just to impress women and to follow the crowd. And you got these dudes walking around with tattoos all on their necks, arms, and everything. Look, I'm gonna tell you something now. I used to work in the criminal justice system. And it's probably like on both sides of the aisle. Look, real gangsters don't wear tattoos. Like if a woman going for that because she think he a bad boy, he a gangster, he a thug. Real gangsters don't wear tattoos. They don't have any identifying marks because, first of all, in the criminal justice system, That's how police identify people. That's a brand. Like any real gangsters, and I'm talking about, I've dealt with some real gangsters in various capacities. And I ain't talking about like that little street whatever. I'm talking about dudes like that dude Ghost from the TV show Power. Those dudes look like the lames that women want to reject. I remember I did a seminar with some true to the game gangsters, some thugs. They were only in that seminar because the judge told them they had to be. These dudes, they looked like I was at a Bible study meeting. These had no visible tattoos. They were all dressed up right. And I could tell they were dressed up. It wasn't because the judge made them actually dressed up. Because all of them weren't dressed up. They were casual, different states of casual. But the thing was, all of them were clean cut. The irony is that, one, these dudes were getting women like crazy. Just because I think women, once they get to know a woman or something. But the thing was, they knew. It was like, they knew. They knew, don't show stuff. And like I said, women probably would have rejected them. A lot of women would have rejected them initially because, they look lame. They look corny on the outside. And that's some stupidity. And I'm going to tell you why I'm even like bringing this up. I'm going to tell you why I'm bringing this up. If you really look at the world today, who the fuck is running it? Ain't a bunch of dudes wearing earrings and got the right haircuts and got some tats and, trying to act all tough. Got grills in their mouth and all of that. Ain't the dudes with swag are not running the world. It's some like lame, quote unquote lame looking bankers, politicians, billionaires. Guys you wouldn't give a second look to. The average African American woman would not give a second look to. And the reason I keep emphasizing the African American thing, because we got to look at the community. I mean, what the fuck are we building? Let's just be real. And who's building it? It's like the thug or, the guy with swag is being idolized, but the lame, that's the dude who's actually going to put together that like bank loan and like purchase some property. Shoot, those are the ones flipping the houses. Those are the ones who going to like, go and build some schools in the community. Because I know dudes who build schools, who got schools going. Small schools, they starting out independent. I know dudes who are building businesses. Cats who got like little restaurants and stuff. Got cats flipping houses. The irony is, women would call them lame. And he's like, he don't got no swag. I'm like, please. And a lot of times it's like, and this is disconnected with a couple of my videos where I brought this up. A lot of women ignoring these guys because, they lame, they corny. They ain't doing any stupid stuff. They ain't, they ain't doing stuff to be entertaining to a woman. And, we really have to think about that. Who we really supporting? The Honorable Minister Farrakhan, I remember he gave a speech one time, right? And he said the 3 things that the white man will never teach the black man. He said the science of business, which is, the economy, building businesses. The science of war, which is really defending those businesses. And the science of mating. Now, I'm going to hit y'all with some deep stuff. And this is a big problem why I'm even talking about this educated lame thing. If you look at the powerful people, and I'm going to include even African American elite, they're the ones who stay above stuff. You don't hardly see them. These are cats that were talked about in Lawrence Otis Graham's book, Our Kind of People. They mate, the elites of any group, they mate not from the neck down, but from the head up. We got people mating randomly. Think about it. You got women out here mating with somebody just because they look good on the surface. And they'll have a baby with them, and then it's like when it comes time for that substance to come out, they find out this dude is no good, and then they get mad at him and try to force him into acting right, and it don't happen. No, people are powerful people. Are people truly powerful? They don't mate random. You check any group in the world. I don't care, any powerful group of world, any powerful ethnic group, their powerful members mate from the head up, which means they thinking about stuff. You know. But in the African American community, too many women, they want that low life. And then get mad when he's actually their low life. They want him to act right. Like a lot of women, like I said at the beginning, a lot too many women complaining about some dude who won't get a job, don't have any ambition and stuff. And I'm like, but the dude who had a job had some ambitions, getting that college degree, you didn't want him. You called him a lame. You said he was corny. You said he was corny for like hitting the books. I mean, it starts in high school. I've seen some cultures, shoot. Your ass better say you have a degree or something. In all fairness, there are like the more upper class in the African American community thinking along those lines. But we're talking about the overall majority, like a few 100,000 people they can't raise up the rest if the rest is acting on some dumb shit. And we gotta really think about. We gotta ask ourselves what's more important, because it comes down to style versus substance. And for the women listening to this, don't get mad. Don't get mad what I'm telling you. I'm giving you some real game. A man, or true to the game player, he knows all he has to do is put on that image and he got you. And he'll get you long enough to do what he gonna do to you. He could be living in his mom's basement, but shoot, if he make enough money to afford a car, he'll do that. He'll keep you out of distance till he get what he want. Then I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you some really good game. He gonna do something to make you want to leave him, cause he ain't gonna let you get too close. And that's real talk right there. That's keeping it 100. We as a community got to change our whole culture. We got to change our whole culture as far as how we picking mates. We have to start looking at substance. A tattoo might look good, but it don't mean shit. It don't speak to a man's character. I wrote a book for the women called, I've written plenty for men, but I wrote a book for women called Finding the Right Man. And one of the things I say, look at a man's character and his purpose and how he working towards it. Forget that flash stuff. The rich people, billionaires, the people, powerful people, you might not know it because they don't show it. They ain't gonna buy that late model car, or they ain't gonna be like have that conspicuous consumption or anything like that. Nah. So we gotta, what, anybody listening to this video, think about that shit. Think about who we calling a lame, especially women. Think about that shit. And even other fellas. Even the men. I ain't gonna put this all on the women. How many fellas in competing with a man gonna call him a lame and say, look at that lame dude, look at that lame nigga? How many of y'all do that? Seriously, we need to question this shit all the way around. Like I said, I don't want to put this just on the women. We gotta ask ourselves what the hell we want. We gotta start searching for that substance. And then we gotta ask ourselves, men and women, how we promoting it, how we contributing to the problem. So, you know what? That's it. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.